They do not need to release a fucking Borderlands 3. I know this is going to make a lot of people salty because I am not going to hold back with this, but if I see one of those goddamn Gearbox people at a convention, I'm going to break their thumbs. That way they can never fucking program another goddamn Borderlands. Because it gets worse progressively. Every game is worse than the last. Even the fans couldn't defend the story mode one that they recently made. And it's the tip of the iceberg. It's not even Gearbox's fault. It is gamers' fault. Because gamers keep buying this shit. Gamers encourage this shit. Gearbox is a symptom to a disease that is gamers. And gamers are just disgusting people. Anita Sarkeesian has every right to fucking bring them down and just turn it into a feminist cesspool because it's got to be better than this shit. You know, Borderlands 1 was bad. Bad design, bad gameplay. It was just Mad Max. That was it. It wasn't Diablo. It wasn't anything. It's just grinding, random loot, and done poorly on every regard. And you want me to tell you why? Because I know goddamn well if anybody catches wind of this video and is a Borderlands fan, they're going to say, oh, get good, faggot. Number one, it's a level-based system. There's no such thing as getting good. It's not skill-based. It's based on your level and the equipment you're wielding. What you're then telling me is that apparently I'm not wielding the right kind of equipment or the right level, so I need to waste more time on it in order to get good. Wasting time means getting good. Why don't you waste your time learning how to play the violin, getting laid, making money? You know, I mean, I understand you're trying to relax, but I'm telling you, this is not a good method of relaxing. This is not relaxing. This is not fun. And you know, it just comes back to neoliberalism. Everything is arbitrary, man. Unless it's my opinion, man. Then of course you have to state it as fact, or else I'm gonna get all pissed off. I don't fucking care. Get pissed off. OD on heroin and die. I don't fucking care. You're stupid. You're stupid if you like Borderlands. Period. And Borderlands 1 was bad. Borderlands 2 was worse. Much worse. Haven't played the other Borderlands because I'm not a fucking masochist. I can only imagine, though, that Borderlands 3 is going to be Borderlands 2 plus an abortion. 2 abortions. So, why? Why? And that's what led me to use Borderlands as the example. Because when you're in development of a game, usually I would imagine a rational human being would ask themselves, why? Why would you make a game where if you know it's level-based, you'd make it take for fucking ever to level up? There's 60 or 70 levels in Borderlands. Why then would it take an hour or two of gameplay to level up, I don't know, 3 or 4 levels? That doesn't make a lot of sense. Unless you're just trying to stretch it out as much as possible gameplay time and act like people play our game on average 800 hours. Well, yeah, no fucking shit, because they're still level 1. But that's the kind of statistics capitalism does with gaming. So that's not surprising. But why? Why would you do that? Why would you make it to where a bunch of enemies spawn and they have cool guns and they're blasting at you and raping you, but then the enemies also have badass, which is like shiny Pokemon type thing, where they're a little more powerful than the average thing of that species. And they're just, there's just infinite of them, and they're all coming at you. Why? Okay, and you're like, that's the challenge, is the swarm of enemies. Okay, then why is there the badass enemies that are like super versions of them, and they come out randomly with the infinite piranhas of normal enemies? Why then would they have HP up the wazoo? You're the player, you're supposed to have a lot of HP. Why do they have a lot of HP? Why do they have shields? You're the player, you have shields. Why are they fucking players too? What's up with this? Why do their shields recharge after you break them? They're supposed to be AI. There's gonna be like 10 more of those guys. Why do they need fucking shields? Why do bosses need like a horde of enemies? Why? There are so many whys, but no explanations. And there's nothing positive to counteract it. You know, if there were good qualities, I would list them. But it's really, really fucking hard because there's so many daunting bad things. and they never fix them. They never fix them, and they make them worse. Because whatever problems I could list in Borderlands 1, Borderlands 2 doubled. Hence the name Borderlands 2, because it's doubly shit. And do the fans even notice it? No. Every once in a while, you get a fan that says, I don't like the new loot system, and they get ravaged for it. You'll see a fan once in a while say, I just aesthetically, I don't like. But they won't cut to the chase that it's just bad development. They got paid a lot of money to produce crap. And what the fuck are they doing with their lives? Nothing. They should have to go flip burgers for a living if this is the goddamn best they can do. There are plenty of people out there that would much rather make games and have a passion for it and make something half decent than some bastard that's, I'm just gonna make Mad Max and you're gonna get a random loot system, and if you get shit, oh well, get good, faggot. Well, how about this? Get good at making games, faggot. It amazes me that the same people that tell you to get good, faggot, don't tell the developers to get good, faggot. Wouldn't that make sense? Wouldn't that make sense that the industry, the one that is making money, you tell them to get good? I'm not making money. What do I need to get good for? They're making money. They need to get good. And if it's not enough that they're making money, you are paying them money. You pay them money for the game. So therefore, they need to get good if they want you to pay for the game. Pirate it otherwise. You don't have to fucking buy that shit. But apparently only I, a diminutive guy on the internet, need to get good, but a fucking multi-million-dollar industry doesn't need to get good. I say industry as in Gearbox as a company. When I'm talking about the gaming industry, multi-billion-dollar, maybe even multi-trillion-dollar industry. They don't need to get good, but I need to get good. Why? I can only assume everybody in the world that plays video games is on heroin.